everybody. It's Colette Baron-Reid. Welcome to this week's Universal Energy Forecast with my very special guest. Oh my God, we are going to be so excited to hear from the numbers lady, the one and only Glynis McCants, the only numerologist that I ever speak to, and the only one that really knows what she's talking about. So welcome, Glynis. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, the scandal you are causing was such an intro, but I thank you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. So I'm so excited because this is a really interesting week, the week of May 26th. And you're going to talk to us about the universal energies and go through it day by day. But I want to first chat a little bit about, we've got a lot of questions on your Facebook page, and I thought we would do a reading together, maybe two, and then go into all the detail because I think people are going to be riveted by what you have to say of the numerology of what we're looking at for the week of May 26th. So why don't we do a reading now? Would that be cool?
That sounds great. Let me grab my little notes here. I've got some gal, her name is Carolyn, and her concern, Colette, is if she's toxic to herself. So she says her name's Carolyn Bridges, gives a birthday, 8/5/1988, and she says from her own calculations, she's concerned that there's like duality in her numbers, and is she toxic to herself? Now, my answer to that is there's no such thing.
Yeah,
there is no such thing. No. When you come through the universe and you come through with numbers, 3 numbers from your name, which come from that birth certificate originally, and then the birthday numbers, which is the 3 numbers that you will never change because that's the day, you came through and the year you came through. So those are lessons for you. Each number is like a little message and a little lesson. And I'm going to say quickly what her numbers are. When I break down her birthday, she's 9/11/53 with a 4 attitude. Now, I personally believe it is her 4 that's messing with her because the 4 says, if I can't do it perfectly, I don't want to do it. So clearly, she has been saying to herself, oh, wow, I must be doing this wrong or something's wrong with me. And 4s do that. That's like the dark side of 4. And I always tell them, please get off your back. Say to your 4 life path, 4 attitude, thank you for sharing. Now I'm going to do it my way and move on. Now, what I love about her numerology, 911 means who do they call for help? I'm sure they call Kara. She's also born on a 5-day, which means never a dull moment. And she's ultimately a 3 life path, here to motivate and uplift other people. The other thing I like, what you see is what you get with her. So Kara, again, you need to just lighten up on yourself and say, what does each number bring to me? What are my gifts? Instead of going, 4 is toxic to 3, oh gosh, it can't be good. It's always good when it's your numbers.
That's fantastic. So the 2 cards that I chose, I think really underline what you said. And the first card I chose was the Horse King, which is about control. Right. Yes. So, and also the fact that she would be the healer, the person everybody comes to for advice, but she can also be quite controlling, right? Yes. To control her experience. And that's a fear-based motivation, right? That very fact that she would ask you, that's kind of a paranoid question. Could I be toxic to myself? And that it really is, I think, the nature of that person who kind of goes to that fallback position of being controlling and then having this perfectionism to the point of driving themselves nuts, which is exactly what you said, right, with that. But the upside of that as well is the fact that she really does have a lot of wisdom to offer other people as well, because because she's so perfectionistic, she's become very astute at knowing what other people need or want, right? Because there's a sense of like, I got to do it right, I got to know, I've got a sense, and communication is her greatest skill. Would that make sense in terms of her numbers?
Absolutely,
and she can make money at that.
She absolutely could. But the other thing that I also see, the 5/3, I call those the lights in numerology. And when you're a bright light, what do we know? You
attract a lot of bugs.
It's a beautiful message. It's like someone loving you and saying, here's the thought for the day. Now apply it to your life in a positive way.
And interestingly enough, that her action card is Gaia's Garden, which is you reap what you sow, but also to see the world as an abundant universe that is only there to love her and to support her. And so if she could really kind of, I think, move more into those more positive thought processes that the 3 has and the upside of all those things, I think she'd have a much better experience. But it is suggesting that abundance is hers should she just choose to see it.
Right.
So now let's look at this week. So the universal energy for this week, as of May 26th, let's run through the days, can we?
Yes.
Great.
Let me tell you, there's a thing in numerology that I do, and this is one of my favorite things, is to look at the 3 energies in every date.
Great.
Because, example, May 26th, today's date, you take that, the actual day 26, 2 plus 6 is 8. First you take the month and day, reduce it to a digit, that's a number 4. Then you take the full date and reduce it to 1 digit. It's the energy of master number 11, but following ultimately into the number 2. Only when you look at a calendar day. Okay? So here's what I like about that. There are certain life paths out there, and you're one of them, by the way, knowing that you're the master number 11 with the 2. That's a good day for you.
Right. Today
if you need to get things done, that's a really good day for you. Is it good for Hank Glynis? Not exactly. No, I would not, with the exception because I adore you and we can't miss because we love each other, but I would not schedule a bunch of things on that date for me. Because I know it's not perfect for my energy. And what's beautiful, I'm doing something for your audience. At numbercity.com, they can get the numerology calendar. And what that is, it's been simplified. It's your full date of birth determines which calendar you get. And then you have a symbol next to your life path for each day to tell you what kind of day it is to schedule the most important things in your life. So, yeah.
And I love that calendar.
Yes. Well, here's what's good, too. When people hear that, some go, oh, gosh, are you saying if it's a caution day, it's no good at all? No, I'm not. Because I don't believe you stay in the house because it's a bad day in numerology. That's ridiculous. But you proceed with caution.
With caution.
You don't take things personally. When it isn't going quite the way you want, you just smile and say, it's okay. It's just a caution day. I'm not going to get into the trouble or have a problem. And then you continue. Let's go to the 27th. Now, that energy, when you look at the basics, it's 593, the way I'm breaking it down. Added, month and days of 5. Actual day 27, 2 plus 7 is 9. Full date reduced to 1 digit, 3. Well, that 5, once 5 is in there, remember, it means no dull moments. And 9 means it could be humanitarian. It could be helping other people. It could be taking care of family. Maybe there's issues in family. That's a day to pick up the phone and maybe talk to someone in your family you're not talking to, or at least shoot them a note. The other energy is 3. 3 promotes laughter and communication. So it's a lighter energy.
Right.
Okay? And then another one, Wednesday, the 28th. When you look at that, now automatically the first energy, month and day is 6, but the actual day is 1.
Right.
Because 2 plus 8 is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1, and then the full date reduced to 1 digit is a 4. Now, this is important, Colette. There's duality in the date. And what that means is the 1 is not naturally matched or compatible to the 4. So again, it's something you make a note of. It's a day that you can do for yourself. Like a 1 means, okay, what can I do about me to be number 1? Maybe it's pay my bills. Maybe it's work out. We're all living on computers. That's not helping the body.
Right.
So maybe it's about exercise. What can I do to feel better? And then the 4 means organization. Maybe that room could be organized, right? Some of us have closets. You're like, oh my gosh, I haven't even thrown stuff out. Great day to do it. So each day has a message of how do I use this date to my energy?
Right.
How do I use it to my advantage?
Right, perfect.
It works. Now, would you like me to go up to Friday for you?
Let's just do up to Friday because I think it'd be good for us to know what the umbrella is for everybody, and then they can go to your website and see the more detailed stuff.
And learn more about themselves. And by the way, did I say the promo code, when they get a calendar, they will get 15% off by typing Colette.
Perfect.
And that's 1 L, correct?
Yes, Colettee.
Yeah, let's make sure they spell it right. But Colettee, by typing that in for your calendar, it's 15% off.
Awesome.
So that'll be fun. All right, Thursday, 5/29/2014. Now, this is interesting. The month and day, 5/29, is a 7. The actual day, 2 plus 9 is 11, so we're dealing with master number energy, but then ultimately the 2 in an actual date, which is emotion and feeling. And then you take the full date, reduce it to 1 digit, it's a 5. Now, Colette, when you see 2 5, sorry, girl, this is where I jump in and say, I wouldn't schedule anything too important that day. I don't care. I don't even care who you are. I don't care if you're a 2 or a 5. You know why? Because the 2 and the 5 energy is so different. Like the 2's emotional and needs to know where it stands, but the 5's like, back off. I need to breathe. So, yes, you can still do fun stuff for yourself. Remember, you're always in control of you. You can always do. But when it feels crazy or scattered or strange, you can go, okay, there's some duality in this day.
And there's a tension of opposites in that day.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I'll bet you'd see that in your card, by the way.
I bet,
I'd love you to flip a card for each day. Show me what you'd say. Just, can you say to the card, what's Thursday, May 29th like?
Yes, I will. So we have the chess queen again, which is about strategizing. So it's a warning against too much strategy, right? So in other words, you can't really plan it, like you said. Don't plan anything that day, right? So it's a reversed card. Yeah. To plan for that particular day.
Yeah, be in the moment, be spontaneous, be open to whatever comes, but don't try to control it. You will not win trying to control that energy. Now, the following day, which is Friday, 5/30/2014, month and day, 5 plus 3 plus 0, that's an 8. The actual day, 3. 3 plus 0 is 3. And then the full date, reduced 1 digit, is a 6. There's alignment there. 3-6 is creativity. So if you're someone who's creative, that's a good day to do something creative. It's also a date that promotes communicating. So if there's something on your mind, you want to sit down and talk to your partner, that date could encourage you to do so. And then the attitude number is 8. If you've got a business venture and it's creative, that's a good day to do something about it.
Wow, what a roller coaster. Thanks, Glynis. So I'm going to choose 3 cards now for the Universal Energies for the week of May 26th and see what I come up with too that might coincide with what Glynis said. So these are the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms cards. I shuffled the cards earlier, so I'm just going to pick the first 3 cards off the top of the deck. Prayed, meditated, you know my thing. Oh, wow, that's very interesting. So we've got the first card, which is the River Queen, means to go with the flow. Second card is Queen of the Light. Things will be illuminated this week. And then the Map Maker of Destiny, which is about being authentic in your purpose. Now, we talked about the energy of the month of 5 being disruptive, and we know that from the Mars retrograde and all that stuff that Glynis was sharing with us about what's going on in the world and the issues with tornadoes and fires and, mudslides, etc. But really right now, for all of us, we're starting to take a look at our responsibility for our destiny and the fact that things are starting to show up for us that are the result of all the things that we have done up to this point and showing us where to go next. So this is about responsibility and accountability. Queen of the Light is really illuminating the things that we need to know how to do or what to do next to engage with our abundance and our prosperity and our purpose. And of course, the River Queen, which is really talking about the natural flow of events. We can't really plan this. We have to go with the flow. If we see an obstacle, instead of fighting it, instead of using negative energy to push against it or to resist it, we have to flow around it and try to understand what's in front of us for a change. But this is really good because I feel like concluding the month of May, going into June, we really are now getting more in alignment with our path, our purpose, our prosperity, and all these good things that are coming to all of us right now, as long as we are willing to put the work in and to see the world as abundant and to change the way we think and feel. Thank you so much for joining me tonight, Glynis. I love you so much. Guys, wasn't she spectacular? Please go to numberslady.com and click on the calendar, and I have one. It's just awesome. And put my name in, Colette, C-O-L-E-T-T-E, and you'll get 15% discount. It's a phenomenal tool to have and so accurate, it's really uncanny. Anyway, good night, everybody. Hi, Glynis.
Bye.
Okay, so those of you who have been watching the video blogs every week for the past month, you notice I have this very, very cool webisode at the end called The Adventures of the Motorcycle Mystic. Well, guess what? I will come to your house on my Harley to do a reading for you. Yes, indeed. The only catch? You have to live within a 75-mile radius of Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and send us in an awesome story about why I should come to your house. And then we're going to pick a few of you and make arrangements to come over. How do you like that? Okay, so you guys are going to come with me. I'm going to pick up my new motorcycle parts. Oh my God! Oh my God! Do you see the moon? Hi, the moon! Hey everybody, I'm so excited. I'm here to pick up my bike. I'm at Seacoast Harley. Wow, this is so cool! Oh my God!
There's your baby.
My baby. He's single. Just for you all know, you girls out there, this man, I'm going to help him find a woman. Don't you love this? Woo! Bye!
Traveling down the road, I didn't know that I was lost. I had tried too many shortcuts. and the cost left my heart broken.
Yeah, and a little bit of the business that your parents will probably hate me for putting this up on. No.
Sorry, Mom and Dad. Wandering in my desert, your oasis appears. You're like a long, cool drink of water. I'm thirsty, that's clear when I taste you. I know you, I know you, I do. So can you feel it? Tell me, I need to know. Do you remember? Don't it feel like coming home? Your eyes are like the sea as it reflects the summer sky. You know I remember sailing there in some other life in your ocean. I'll swim till the end of time. You know that fate has got her own ideas. No matter what we plan, I know she weaves a spell around me when I am touching your hand. I'm touching your hand. So can you feel it? Tell me, I need to know. Do you remember? Don't it feel like coming home? So can you feel me? Tell me, I need to know. And can you hear me singing for you to come home? Don't it feel like coming 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 home? Wandering in my desert. So can you feel me? Like a long, cool drink of water. So can you hear me? Singing for you to come home.